Happy Monday. This is Designing with Deb, my weekly show here at artbeads.com, and I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I'm anxious to see who joins today. I hope if you're here, you'll give a little shout out and say where you're watching from. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. We are ready to start our new week. And if you've been paying attention, you might have noticed kind of a fun thing we've had going on here. A little bit of a warehouse clearance sale, maybe. Hello, Eric, watching from Knoxville, Tennessee. How's the weather there, Eric? I'm curious because we are having above normal temperatures here in Arizona where I live, and I think it's actually really cold everywhere else. Oh, good morning. I see you guys popping on. Carolyn King is here from Oregon. Kara from Colorado is here. Eric says it's beautiful in Knoxville. That's our girl. Hello, Joan from Phoenix, right down the road. Hi, Paulette. Let's see who else. Michelle is here and she said it's rainy. Well, I would actually take some of that rain if I could get it. Oh my gosh, Carolyn is like a flood watch. That's crazy. Everything is crazy. So we're just going to have some fun here at artbeads.com. Let's not worry about the flooding. Let's not worry about the cold. Let's bundle up and enjoy some fun today. So thank you all for being here. Let's see. Santa Barbara Girl says we're having a rain break in Oregon. And oh gosh, comments are coming in quick. Hello from colorful Colorado, Denise. Hi. Tina's here from Austin. You guys, thanks for being here. Terry B says it's cold but sunny in Texas. I'm okay with that. I like sun and a cooler temperature is kind of nice. Like I said, we're experiencing warmer than usual temperatures here in Arizona. I appreciate the warmth, but it's a little bit too warm already. It's only February. Hi, Denise. Good morning. And Carolyn says she got her triangle beads. She loves them. Carolyn, I'm so glad you got those. They are such fun beads. Probably one of my most favorite of all time. Hi, Linda Emery. So guys, this morning on February 24th of 2025, it is another day of an amazing warehouse clearance sale at artbeads.com, and everything in that sale is up to 80% off. Now, I always check out these sales for you, so I've checked it out. It's Artisan beads, it's sterling silver, it's findings, it's gemstones, it's crystals, it's TierraCast. So you may have seen some of the lives in the last few days. There was even a Saturday live with Sarah Lovecraft. So you may have seen some fun things already. And I have stuff in the show today, but I can't show it to you live. So my package is somewhere in the universe, making its way to me in Arizona, but it is not sitting in front of me right now. But I have a bunch of fun things that we're going to be shown today in the show. So how do you find out about that? Well, when you're watching at artbeads.com/live, that is a way that you can actually shop the show. So there is a shopping bag icon on your screen. When you click on that, you'll see everything that's in the show. And because the clearance show was, the warehouse clearance show was today, there's a ton of items in there. So you can do that. You can click on that little shopping bag icon anytime. You can still hear me and see me. So you can go on over and check all the goodies that are in there. And there is a lot, and there's some cool stuff. I'm so sad that I can't show it to you live. But I have some other fun things. I actually have a personal shopper show today, and I thought that we would think about things through the lens of spring. So I'm starting to think about spring. I'm starting to plan for spring designs. And so I thought that I would share some things with you that will help you to, kind of prepare for spring, even if you're a little bit cold today or you're like battening down the hatches for a lot of rain. Hi, Gelda. Leah says, have to love when your package goes on a journey. Yeah, I'm not sure where it is right now. I think it's supposed to be here tonight, but who knows? We'll see. So I've got some other fun things. So if you're watching on artbeats.com/live, as I said, you can click on that shopping bag at any time. You can see what's in the show. I've also got my picks for my personal shopper and all of those clearance things. And you can comment and we can see your comments in the show if you're over here. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook while we're live, we give you some ways to come over. So on Facebook, you can enter the code in the comments and it will bring you to Messenger and then ultimately over to this show. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can go to the description, click on the link and come on over. But we love for you to watch wherever you're watching from. Thank you so much for being here. Let's flip down and I'm going to show you what I've got today. So I've got my trusty bead mat here today so that we don't have any casualties. And the first item that I have up today is something that you can get that will be a bit of a mystery for you. So this is the Bead Llama limited edition designer check glass bead trio of seed bead mixes. And well, some are not mixes. This one is a bit of a mix. This is the mystery that I got. And I love a good mystery. I love a good surprise. So you'll get a little bag with 3 vials, and these are the big ones. These are all Toho glass. So these are high quality seed beads. And I love that I got a frosted one. Let's see if I can get these actually open. Let me find my pliers here and I'll show you just a little bit of what I got. So look at, these are a frosted seed bead in a red, which I love any time of the year. Red is such a beautiful, lovely color. So that's one tube that I received. Then there's also this incredible like AB finish green. These are really beautiful, lovely, luminous green colors. Hi, Kim Caldwell. Really beautiful beads. And the sizes and shapes can vary in these tubes, but it's so much fun to get these. And I think what I like the most is now I've got a fun little collection to pull from when I'm starting to work on my spring designs. Look at these purples. This is a multi-color, multi-shape purple mix, and these shapes and colors are divine. So for my spring designs, I've got lots of seed beads at a great price. So you get these 3 tubes. They're 5.5-inch tubes, 3 of them. You will get different ones than me. I guess maybe you could get the same one as me, but you're going to get a trio of 3 vials, and these are great to have on hand for spacers, for any kind of beadwork that you might do. And this is just a super fun surprise to get in the mail. So drop that one in your cart. These are so much fun, and they are limited edition, and some of them are even vintage. So I hope that you guys will check those out. They're really, really fun. Now, good morning, Zach. I see Santa Barbara girl saying hello to Zach. Hi, Zach. It's good to see you, my friend. These are earrings that can also be turned into an earring component. So these are in their own right beautiful earrings. So look at these. They're paper clip chain. They're a trio of links, and paper clip chain has been all the rage. I don't see that going away anytime soon. And these are sterling silver. They are so stunning, and they have an anti-tarnish finish on them. So if you are one of those that just kind of hates the tarnish thing, there are ways to deal with tarnish, but it's kind of nice when you don't have to worry about it. So these have an anti-tarnish finish, and they have a wonderful earring back on them that will keep them secure. And one thing that you can do with these is you can wire wrap a bead onto the bottom, or you could wire wrap beads onto these long links. That might be kind of fun. So these are super, super fun. When I found these on the website, I kind of squealed a little bit because they're just beautiful earrings as they are, but you could do so many fun things. Santa Barbara Girl says you could wire wrap those with beads or just add a gorgeous drop. Yes. So you could do one drop at the bottom, maybe a charm, maybe something really fun like a heart charm, or maybe a cross charm. Or you could take a pearl or a crystal. And if you got home those beautiful new colors of the Prestige Crystal, think about a Prestige Crystal bead just at the very bottom of this beautiful little earring component. So these are sterling silver, you guys. They're super nice quality. I was very, very happy when I opened those up. They're just gorgeous. All right. Let's see. Hi, Julie. So this is a 2mm fire polish. Have you guys used 2mm fire polish? They are so great. So I kind of tend to go for more of like the 6mm, maybe 4mm, sometimes 3mm, but every now and again to have a 2mm fire polish is very, very cool. These can act as spacers, or they can be just for a very simple bracelet, maybe with one larger fire polish in the piece. So maybe just one as a focal, and the rest are these beautiful 2mm fire polish. And these are a color trends. They're in a saturated metallic nebula blue. And this color reminds me of the color of the sky when we're in spring. So we're thinking about spring for this shopper show today. And I think this just looks like the beautiful blue sky. And put this into a design for spring and summer, and you've got a really stunning piece of jewelry with this beautiful nebula blue. Oh, so gorgeous. Zach! So I love that. And if you haven't tried a 2mm, they are very cool. They are very, very fun. And those are faceted. So they've got amazing facets on them. And Michelle says, pair it with the TierraCast charms. Yes. And there are some TierraCast charms in the clearance sale. So you should check that out and see what you can find to pair them with. You could also pair them with a little bit of metal. So I love a good metal spacer bead. These are TierraCast, and they are stunning. They are 4mm. So these are bigger than your 2mm, but you could use these as focals for that bracelet with the 2mm fire polish. And if I can open up that package, you could take your little 2mm fire polish and put like 3 or 4 of them as your focal, and they would be beautiful. These are fantastic spacers. 4mm, and they have this little, like, almost like a dotted ring around them, and they have a little bit of a larger hole. So they are Rococo round Heshi spacers, and of texture, and we always love that TierraCast quality. So these are amazing spacers. And guys, if you get those seed bead mystery bead llama mixes, you can pair these with those as well. They are just like perfect for just some little accents. So if you don't want to use them as spacers with larger beads, you can use them as metallic accents for small beaded bracelets and other things. These are some of my favorite TierraCast spacers. You will love these when you get them home. So put those in your cart. Make sure that you have them for those spring designs that are coming up and that you're going to be working on. Now, I always love Raven's Journey check glass. And when I thought of making some spring earrings, I thought of these. These are teardrop beads, and they are a gorgeous 13 by 8 millimeter white opaque with antique gold. Look at the antique gold. It looks almost like there was an antique, like a gold finish, and they've just paled over the years, and there's some of the finish left, but that's an intentional look and really, really fun. So each bead is a little bit different. And these are gorgeous for earrings. I love these. Now, these could go on our little earrings. Even though they're gold, mixed metal is such a cool vibe. If you take our little earring components that we had and you just put one teardrop at the end, look at that. That's a great shape to hang from your paper clip earrings. These are incredibly beautiful beads, and Raven's Journey makes these incredible quality beads. They are from the Czech Republic. They are so beautiful. Debbie says that has mercury glass appearance. Yes, it kind of does. I was trying to put my finger on what else it was about these, and yes, mercury glass is another kind of vibe that these are giving off. These are going to be great for your spring designs. Put in some color with these in a bracelet. Super, super cool beads. And they have that ribbing, so they're just really, really fabulous. You'll love these for your spring designs. I actually got myself 2 strands because I'm going to do something fun with these. I just have a bunch of ideas popping off. So I got myself 2 strands to work with, and I'm going to see what I can come up with. Now, where are my friends that love kumihimo? Because if you are a kumihimo person, you are probably always looking for some kind of an end cap. Now, this just jumped out at me when I saw it. This is a sterling silver end cap with a fancy scroll design, and it is fancy, and that scroll design is so detailed and beautiful. Now, this doesn't have to be for kumihimo. There is a hole at the top, and you can use this as a bead cap. So if you're making a multi-strand necklace, you've working with small beads, you can put multi-strands up through here and do what you need to do to finish it off. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. These caps are spectacular, and these are great to have around. So for those multi-strand designs, for those kumihimo designs that you've got going, and oh yes, Kim, a tassel top. So I love a beaded tassel. I love a fabric tassel. Either way, you can use this beautiful cap. It is absolutely stunning, and the quality is superior. So use this for all of those fun ideas. I love that you guys are thinking. You've got your thinking caps on for what you could use these for. It is an absolutely stunning cap, end cap or bead cap. And I love a good bead cap. That's for certain. All right, this actually reminds me so much of spring. I have used this exact chain for a project in spring. This is Preciosa Check Crystal Rhinestone Cup Chain. This is absolutely divine for spring designs. And if you don't know much about crystal cup chain is called cup chain because when you look at it, it's got all these little silver cups and it's along this expandable kind of metallic connection. And each of the rhinestones in the cups are prong set. So they are sitting in there nicely like a very fancy gemstone. And this chain can be used for so many things. So if you've got friends who would love to have a tennis bracelet, but don't have a tennis bracelet budget, you can make them a tennis bracelet. And I love this pink. It's such a soft baby pink, so great for spring. And if you hunt around, there are findings that go at the end that will grab your little cup and they have a loop at the end so that you can attach a jump ring and a lobster or some kind of closure. And there are also some fun things that you can do to attach this with wire. So Santa Barbara Girl says, you saw me wrap that on memory wire. I think that was Julie who did that, but yes, you can wrap this on memory wire. You can wrap this on a bangle bracelet and you can do all kinds of fun things. I've actually done, the project I'm thinking of is I took some chain and doubled it up. And then at one of my points in between the cups where you have that little expandable section, I used some very thin gauge wire and wrapped around, and I created this little like drop for an earring. So again, like if you don't have that diamond bracelet or diamond earring budget, rhinestone cup chain is really a great replacement and a great way to look fancy, even when you don't have that champagne budget for it. And I'll tell you, not all cup chain is created equal. There's a lot of lesser quality cup chain out there. This is an absolutely spectacular quality. The Preciosa Check Crystal Rhinestone Cup Chain is beautiful. So this is stunning. This is so much fun. Oh, and you can also thread wrap them, Michelle. Yes, I've seen people do that. I've not done that myself, but really, really a beautiful product. Fun. This color is perfect for the spring. It's just screaming spring to me. Now, as we get into spring, you might also be thinking about flowers. And that's what makes me squeal with joy when I see this bead. This bead is an Artisan bead by Golem Design Studio. It is one of their stoneware lentil beads, one of their most popular shapes and styles. And this bead is amazing artisan quality. This is all handmade in Bulgaria. And look at the detail. So the flower is kind of halfway on this bead, but it's exactly the same, the mirror image on the other side. Look at the detail. This quality is epic. Now, this could just simply be a single bead on a bracelet of maybe 6 or 8 millimeter check glass, or this can be a focal on a necklace. You could hang it this way or that way, maybe a bead dangling at the bottom, maybe a bead at the top, or it can just be strung on with all kinds of lovely, beautiful beads. I absolutely love the Golem Design Studio beads. This one is stunning, and this screams boho spring to me for all your boho designs. And I'm going to set this aside for a minute because the next thing I want to show you goes really beautifully with this bead, and that is these crazy cool coffee bean check glass beads. These are also Raven's Journey, and look at them. If you saw these on a countertop, you might think they were coffee beans. I mean, real coffee beans, but please don't grind these up and put them in your coffee maker, because they are not coffee beans. They are check glass, and they are so cool. And I love that they match back to this beautiful golem bead. So look at the brown here and the brown here. Amazing. So I think of coffee all year round, and coffee in the spring maybe starts to get like iced. So I'm thinking I'm going to have an iced coffee boho floral bracelet. And yeah, drooling Denise, yes. This combination is super cool. And these coffee bean beads can go with anything. You could make a bracelet of all of them, just put some seed beads in between them. But I love the idea of pairing them with kind of an artisan boho look. And you've got a really super fun design. Santa Barbara Girl says, love this colorway on these beads. Coffee cup charm would be so cute. Yes, I think Becky did a design maybe last year for her big water cup. And so you could put that kind of a charm onto your water cup or your coffee cup. So much fun. Good morning, Blue Girl. So the Raven's Journey brown, mahogany brown, coffee bean beads are so much fun. And that golem bead, when you get those home, you will see how nicely they match together, and you will love it. Okay. This is a solo bead, but this is also another kind of thing that I think screams spring. So this is a Prestige 5810 12 millimeter round crystal pearlescent white pearl. Say that 10 times fast. Oh, what is Tina saying? I have 2 coffee cups and haven't used this. They would be perfect. Yes. So this is such a stunning faux pearl. So if you don't have a pearl budget, a beautiful high quality prestige faux pearl or glass pearl is gorgeous. And I love a bunch of pearls in the spring, and I love them with color. So I'm going to show you really quickly. I'm going to dump out a few. This is from the Seed Bead Llama Trio. So if you've got some purple beads and you pop a pearl in there, wow. So you can showcase the color of the beads, but also showcase that pearl. And this goes for any other spring color. I mean, frankly, any color, but I love a bright pearl in the spring with a lovely spring color. So these pearls, pick up more than one of these. You could even dare I suggest, do a whole necklace or a whole bracelet with them. I'm going to move my seed beads out of the way. But these chunky pearls would be a beautiful chunky bracelet. So I'm crazy about these prestige pearls. The quality is divine. This one is a spring pearl, in all of its glory. So pearls work with almost any color, adds a polished flair. I agree, Santa Barbara Girl. And pearls are just timeless. So no matter what you do with them, they will always be in style. Okay, I've got another TierraCast goodie for you. And this makes me think of spring. I don't know why. A ginkgo leaf. So I start to see all of the flora and fauna come out at spring. And this Ginkgo design by TierraCast has been around for a while, but it's such a classic, beautiful charm. And I love that this can just dangle from a lovely bracelet. Maybe you've got maybe those little purple beads need a little bit of an accent, a silver accent. Maybe you've got some Raven's Journey beads that you want to combine these with, but look at the detail on this piece. This is a truly lovely charm. And I think I see what's on the screen. It's kind of small for me, but what if you did this? We have these earrings. What if we actually made a Ginkgo pair of earrings and dangled that from the end of our paperclip earring finding? Wow. Love, 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 love. Yes, dangle. I love this for just about anything. And the spring just starts to bring out all of the nature, and that's what I love about this. So I love a good Ginkgo leaf. It's also got some significance, some meaning to it. If you are into that symbolism, you might find that Ginkgo is your symbol and you love it. Okay, this makes my heart sing. I also think about warmer nights. It starts to warm up in the spring, and I think to myself, I want to go out and look at the moon. This is a check glass 17 millimeter round moon face button, and it's a champagne color with gold wash. So it's got the little shank in the back, and it's got that just kind of, this almost looks like mercury glass as well. So we talked about mercury glass earlier when we were looking at these beads. And this button would look so perfect with it. So this would be a great spring design right here. Get yourself some seed beads or some metal spacer beads and maybe some leather, and finish off your bracelet with a moon button. This one is my most favorite. I've seen these moon buttons in lots of different colors, and I think there may even be some buttons in the clearance that is also in the show today. So if you go over to that shopping bag, you can go and look for the other buttons that are available in the warehouse clearance. This one is my most favorite. You will flip out when you see how beautiful this button is when it comes home to you. You will just love it. All right. Oh, and you know what else it looks good with? I get all these ideas, guys. It goes lovely with pearls. So if you were to pick up some of those pearls, look how pretty that button looks with a pearl. Oh, so gorgeous. I love it. So let's see. I've also got a couple of tools in the show today. Now, this one is a Bead-a-lon tool called the multipliers. So here's that Bead-a-lon emblem, and as you can see, it looks a little like space age, doesn't it? Like, or maybe like a person with two crazy ponytails sticking up off the top of their head. This is a beloved tool of one of my designer friends, and I always say to her, I don't know if I could use that. I don't know if I could really get used to working with that. And what it is an all-in-one chain nose and round nose plier. So look at this. You've got a chain nose on one side and a round nose on the other. This is an efficiency play. So if you're making a lot of jewelry, maybe you're getting ready for a spring, like craft fair or pop-up sale, and you need to do a lot of, make some chain or a lot of dangles for earrings. You can do your wire wrap and, take your chain nose to kind of tighten up the loose ends on your pieces. I'm going to give this a try. So we're going to be doing some fun projects coming up. And I think either next week or the following week, I'm going to test this. So if you want to test this with me, pick up this tool now and get it home to you so we can try it together. I'm not as skeptical now that I've actually gotten it home and I've held it in my hand. It's got a nice grip to it, and you can just kind of flip it around and move it around, and you don't have to put it down between your steps. So you do your wire wrapping, you put it down, you pick up your other tool, you can just flip it around and use that chain nose. And I think this is pretty spectacular. So I'm excited to try this with all of you for a project coming up. And we're going to compare this against some round nose and chain nose so that we can see what we like better and which is maybe more efficient or, better for whatever we're working on. So check out the Beadalon multipliers. Get these home, try them out with me, and we'll have some fun making some jewelry with the multipliers. Okay, this is a gorgeous spring color of Toho Icos. So Ico seed beads are precision cylinder seed beads. They are high quality. They are a very consistent cut. If you like to do seed bead work, if you haven't tried these, this might be a good color to try with because they are such a lovely color. They are packaged very, very nicely in these little reusable envelopes. And I'm going to pour out just a few into one of my little triangle squares here and show you this lovely color. This screams spring to me. This beautiful opaque matte blackberry rainbow. Wow. So this is delicious. Yes. Michelle says blackberries are delicious too. Yes, I completely agree. These are so delicious. And if you are trying out certain kinds of seed bead projects and really want to make sure that your beads are the same size, the same cut, these are literally called precision cylinders. And they are really gorgeous. This color, if you've ever wanted to try these, this is your color. They are spectacular. And I love that they come from art beads with kind of a little protective film so that they don't fly all over the place. This is kind of a sticky thing. And then you can slide that little envelope closure and pop these away in your seed bead storage. This is a really beautiful color for spring. And you can use these as spacers too. So I like to use seed beads for spacers. These are a beautiful spacer bead. Maybe you've got some of these cubes from that seed bead tube or some other beads that these would look beautiful with. Think about purple with these white and gold. Wow, that would be really cool. So I've got those in the show today. And then, guys, these made my heart sing. Leanne Young loves that color. They are beautiful. These are connectors. And I absolutely died when I opened these up. These are sold individually, but I got two because I wanted to illustrate what you can do with these. So these have 8 what they call stringing holes. So 4 on either side of the piece. These are art beads, sterling silver. It's a woven design link. Now, when you see these, you think, gosh, what could I do with those? You could do a number of things. So for one, you might want to use them in a bracelet design this way. And you could attach from these two ends, 2 strands of beads and 2 strands of beads over here. You could do check glass or seed beads or those icos. And then you could dangle some little goodies off the side. So you're using these 2 holes for your strands of your bracelet, and then you could put some dangles on either side so that you've got, your double strand and then a little bit of fun stuff in the center of the component. And oh, Santa Barbara girl, these are spectacular. Now, what I was thinking of was actually doing an earring with these. So taking some little short pieces of chain and attaching to the top holes. And then at the bottom, putting some beads or another little loop of chain. So just some 3mm chain, maybe even 2mm chain. And then you could take some pieces of chain and have them hang off the sides. These are also a little bit bendable. So if you have a bracelet bender, you could bend this to be a little bit more of a curve for your wrist. Just go slow when you use a bracelet bender, but I love the detail of these, and you don't have to add anything to those holes if you don't want to. They can just be part of the look, part of the design. I am crazy about these. I'm going to use these for something fun, and I may even add these to an upcoming show. We're going to be doing some fun things with connectors, and I really like the idea of this particular connector and challenging ourselves to see what we could do with them, maybe even in this orientation. So hanging up here and dangles all down here. And I think it was Santa Barbara girl said something for the focal of a macrame piece. That would be super cool. I would love to see somebody do that. So if you're getting these home and you're doing a macrame piece, make sure that you post it out there and show it off on the Serious Art Beaters Facebook page, the group, which is exclusive for all of you Serious Art Beaters. If you're not already part of that group, we encourage you to join us and you can show off what you're making. Okay, I've got another bead llama item, and this is one of the limited edition designer check glass bead blends. Yes, please. So this one is, I believe, oh gosh, Michelle, you'll have to refresh my memory. Kitchen. And I flipped out. This one, I believe, was put together by Julie Bean. So when we visited the Art Beads warehouse, we came up with some really fun designer blends. We dug through lots of vintage check, and we put together these amazing bead blends for you. And this one screams spring. Retro kitchen. Yes, thank you, Michelle. I couldn't get the other word out of my head. And Santa Barbara girl says she gets ocean vibes. Okay, so we can think ahead to summer too. But this is just such a gorgeous little collection of beads. The silver accents of these are just amazing. So if you like metallic in your designs, you've got some built-in metallic with this blend. These table cut Picasso check in this really fun shape, super cool, like an abstract teardrop. These are the kind of what Becky calls sweater beads. They've got that like cabling on them. This is beautiful. And these are some of my favorite check beads with kind of that swirly look to them. So, so pretty. So this, let me show you what I was thinking with this. You could grab one of these pearls and you could add it as a focal to a necklace with all of these beautiful beads. pairing it with this gorgeous bead blend, that's an option. And maybe you want to pop in some more blue. So we looked at this 2mm fire polish earlier. That would be very cool. And if you're looking for some beads to add to the end of your paperclip earring, oh my goodness, look at that. That beautiful bead. That beautiful bead. I mean, there's endless options with this blend. And these are limited edition. These are going to sell out. So if you want this one, pop that in your cart and don't forget to check out before we finish up today so you don't miss this one. Now I'm going to put these back in the bag with another tool that I found. So you may have a bead scoop. Maybe you've got one of these scoopers. Let me see if I can grab it. Maybe you have one of these. With big beads or a lot of beads, it may be difficult to pick up a lot of them or get, a big bunch of them at once. But look what I found. This is a bead shovel. It is a shovel. It is a literal shovel. And it's got this cute little handle on it. This is made by Tool. And it is just the simplest of things, but look what you can do. Okay, so we have this little scoop, and this is great. I love this for seed beads, but you can't get a lot of beads. You have to scoop a lot more times. Look at this. This is like massive beads in this scoop. I am crazy about it. It's easy to work with. I can just scoop a massive amount of beads with this shovel. What do you guys think of this? This is so fun. So this is now my new favorite thing. I had never seen a bead shovel before. And guess what? I'm in love with it. This is my new thing. This is just a great tool. Yeah, Santa Barbara girl, you need this. Everybody needs one of these, especially if you're working with a bead llama mix like this. You just kind of pour it out and then pull what you want. And then maybe you want to get them back in the bag. So you just scoop those guys up, drop them in. And because most of the time we're probably storing our things in bags or bins, we need something good and substantial to actually drop them in. So, yes, use it in a large bowl of bead soup. So good. I love that. And I love that it's called a shovel too. I didn't know such a thing existed. So put this in your cart today, guys. This is a fun tool to have, and we can all play with our shovels. You're just going to want to pour beads out so that you can shovel them back into the bag. I know you're going to do it. I know you're going to do it when you get those home. All right, I've got another fun spacer. So I love daisy spacers with all my heart. I just do. I think they are an amazing problem solver as well as spacer bead. These are TierraCast, and they're antique gold 4mm Heshy daisy spacers. These are the kind of thing you need to have around all the time, but I'm thinking about spring, right? So I'm thinking that these look like little flowers. They look like little daisies. That's why they're called that. And they will be beautiful with your spring design. So I've got this beautiful strand of Raven's Journey beads, and maybe all I need to make this into a bracelet are some daisy spacers. And they will look so beautiful in between these gorgeous beads. So having this sort of antique gold is a nice color all year round because gold is really still in vogue. And this color looks amazing with a lot of different colors. So I've got some of these seed beads here, the purple ones, lovely with that. So these will also help you if you've got some large hole beads. that you need to shrink the hole to be able to use seed beads as spacers or other small beads next to them. They can act as a little stopper on either side of a large hole bead. Now, some large hole beads might be too big for these, but you can test this out as a problem solver if you need to. So I love these little daisy spacers. They are something I have to have on hand at all times. So pop those into your cart so you've got them for spring and beyond, because they are amazing tools and little accents for all of your designing. Okay, now this may not necessarily scream spring to you, but we do have this transition period of winter to spring. And I love these Aster flower check glass beads. These are also Raven's Journey, and they have this lovely floral pattern. These are jet black with a platinum wash. These made my heart pitter patter because they are just a stunning bead. This could be a bracelet all by itself all day long. These could also be accents in a gorgeous necklace, or dare I do this again, take your paperclip earring and add one of these little Aster beads at the end, because that silver platinum wash at the end of that would look stunning. So I like, flowers in colors that don't necessarily make you think of spring, but as you transition, you can start preparing for it. And let's see, Linda Emery says they make great angel halos. If you're talking about these, wow, I never even thought of that. That's super cool. Santa Barbara Girl says maybe with some birds for spring. Yes, so birds in between, if you've got some bird beads or some bird charms. These beads are just beautiful, and they come in other colors as well. I only have this color in the show today, but they are stunning, stunning beads, and they are two-sided. So you get that flower pattern on both sides of your beads. Really, really lovely, gorgeous, quality check glass. I love them. I've got another fun sterling silver connector. This one is really, really cool. So when I was looking at our Bead Llama retro kitchen, I thought this component looked really cool with it. So it's kind of this twisty metal, and it's got a loop on either end, and it's got this void space in between the twists, and it makes a really cool look when it moves around. So I thought you could craft up a necklace using all of the mix of this bead blend, then take this beautiful connector piece, and I'm going to introduce that pearl again, bring that prestige pearl into the mix. So use all of those to make a lovely, maybe 1-strand or 2-strand necklace. Take your component, attach it directly to your beading wire, and then wire wrap your pearl onto the bottom. And you've got an amazing pearl, sterling silver focal component. Now, if you don't mind a long or big earring, this could also be attached directly to an ear wire, and then you could add a bead to the bottom of it or a charm to the bottom of it. We had that Ginkgo charm earlier. That would look fun at the bottom of this. So we have this TierraCast Ginkgo. We could do that at the bottom. So there's lots of possibilities with connectors. And if you want to try out this piece as a connector, we're going to be doing a fun show coming up with connectors. So maybe pick this one up so you can try this with some fun design ideas. So could you cage a bead inside it? Possibly. You could put a very small bead in there. So I'm going to put I'm going to put a bead in from my seed bead mix. You could maybe wrap that in there. I've put it in there. It seems to be staying in there. Ooh, so Santa Barbara girl, you might be onto something. What if you guys tried that? So grab some of those mystery seed beads, the Bead Llama mystery seed beads, and you could get those home and try this out. That's a fun idea. And it's staying in there. It's not coming out. Oh, Santa Barbara girl, you have good ideas. Okay, so that's something you could try. Pick up a couple of those, make them some little caged earrings. Amazing idea. All right, I've got a couple more things for you, friends, and I've got one more seed bead item for you. And I think you guys know I love 15-0 seed beads. Now, before the Bead Llama designer blends, there were the Art Beads designer blend seed bead blends. And this one is Turquoise Trail, which sings to me. This is so Southwest, and you guys know I live in the Southwest. Anything Southwestern makes me so happy. So this 15-0 blend is so amazingly cool. If you're a seed beater or not, this is great to have around. So if you're thinking about getting some boho designs, some boho Southwest designs ready for spring, this is such a cool combination of seed beads. I'm going to try to open this up and show you some in a dish. Oh my gosh. So this is fantastic. You guys will love this blend. Look at those colors. Now you could, if you are, a stringer, you could string these on beading wire and make a just fun mix of a bracelet, and then maybe grab some, I know this isn't the right color, but grab some 2mm fire polish and string them on in between these beads. These are so stunning. Look at that color combination. And these are limited edition. So these were created by the design team at Art Beads, and they are amazing, amazing seed beads. Get these home and you've got a really cool combo to work with for spring and all throughout the year. Okay, last item of the day. This is another artisan piece, and this is another flower for spring. This is from Damiana Studio. Damiana is an artisan that does all of this beautiful ceramic work, and she hand paints every single one of her beads and pendants. And this one is Tulips on Pink. It is a small pendant, although when I hold this in my hand, it's not that small. So you could use this for a big earring, or you could use this on a pendant. And the colors of this are so springy and cheerful. This is for a joyful spring piece of jewelry. I have a special place in my heart for Damiana and her work. This is so incredibly lovely. All of those incredible little dots, each one were dotted on by hand. And it is a painstaking process to create this kind of thing. So these pendants and beads are so beautiful, and this is something I would want to have on hand to make a spring design with. Flowers, you could even pull out some of the beads from this designer blend to create your strand of beads to go with it. It's a lovely, lovely, lovely pendant. So drop that in your cart. Don't miss out. I believe these are in very limited supply. So this is something you don't want to miss out on for your spring design. So I think that's it. That's all I've got for the shopper show. But Don't forget, you guys, there are a ton of warehouse clearance items in the show. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to go over there and put more into your cart if you're still looking at those. And we want you to make sure that you complete your order. So when we say close your cart, that means go ahead and hit that checkout box so that you can make sure those items stay with you. If you put them in your cart and you walk away and you go, take the dog for a walk, or you go and do some chores or head off for a lunch break, you could potentially miss out because some of these things are limited. Some of them won't come back, and we don't want you to miss your goodies, especially if you've got those warehouse clearance items in your cart. Those are going to go fast and they are probably not coming back. So get those fun things. I really love putting these curated items together for you. I hope that you will pick some of these up to get spring ready and start making some spring things, especially if it's cold, because it will cheer you up, bring your mood up. You'll be ready for spring and ready for that warmer weather and the sunshine. I hope all of you will get some of that soon. And gosh, you guys, I'm so excited to have you all here today. Thank you for being here. There's a lot of great show content coming up the rest of this week. You won't want to miss the design team. You can always go back and watch our shows on demand. So if you missed one or two, you want to go back and see the Saturday show that Sarah did, the warehouse clearance show, go back and watch on demand at artbeads.com/live. And I'm so grateful that you're all here. I will be back next Monday. We're going to do something fun again next Monday. I hope you will all be here with me. And oh gosh, Sakaya, thank you so much. Thanks, Carolyn. Thanks, Santa Barbara Girl. Thanks, Michelle and Eric, for being here. I'll see you all soon. Go make something. Bye, guys.